Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Bunny or Gun Bunny, and this is my journey through guns and cosplay. Now this video is kind of a follow-up to my last video about the Enigma where I decided to modify it. Don't do this, people. This is me being slightly unhinged. I broke a piece of it and now had to fix it. I realized that after I modified part of it to fix it, and then I broke a piece of it, and then it turned out actually ended up being stronger and made it easier for me to draw than before I modified it, so I don't know if I'm doing this officially. Please don't get mad at me, Filster Enigma. This is me. This is how I do things. I kind of, just go in with no plan and all of the confidence. And then somehow I figure out it works because I know what works for me, and going the traditional way is not what's helpful for me. So yeah, welcome to a very Gun Bunny video, where I just go in, no experience, guns blazing, not literally, which is kind of funny because in this channel, going in guns blazing is actually usually a literal thing for me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Oh, before we get into it actually, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if this is going up after before the Leia promo ends on this winter, please check that out. Basically, the idea is that I will be wearing the slave Princess Leia cosplay to my next competition. If you have seen some of my competition videos, you know that there's a lot of running around and it's very fun. So you can donate. There's links down below for Cash App or PayPal, or if you want to donate $100, you can basically go onto my Patreon, and then there's a special post there. You don't need to be a normal member. You just go to click the Patreon link, or you could go to the special post link in the below, or I'll put it on screen or whatever. And you pay for just that post. You won't be charged monthly at all. If you're already part of my Patreon and you want to donate to this one too, you can do that, but you just pay for this one thing and you will get a special thank you and some preview of the, jiggle physics of Leia costume. So if you're doing that, that'd be great. We're trying to get to 2,000 by the end of the promo so that I can do the cosplay. It is pretty expensive to go to all these competitions, and I don't monetize or do sponsorships, even though YouTube has been annoying me about that because they're like, hey, let us monetize. Anyway, so please go check that out. So Hunter's come to join us. Oh, he's giving you all a bunt. Thank you, Hunter. Okay, so Filster's probably not gonna like this, but it's me and I do what the fuck I want, so welcome to my channel. What I'm doing now is this is the nice thing about knowing what you're doing when you know how to sew and how things are put together. Don't do this if you don't know what you're doing, or do. I don't know. I'm not your bond. So I'm looking at this and I'm seeing that this is constructed of these two pieces that are looped, right? It's basically just two pieces of one piece as basically looped and then attached here to itself, and is looped through here. So I'm not gonna touch this, but what I am gonna do is take out, there's this small line, I don't know if it's gonna focus. Should make the camera focus on it. Of zigzag that is attaching it in black. Come on. It might just be too dark. To this, and basically what I'm doing, I'm gonna take that out, and then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna move it up a little bit higher and then resew it down so I have more availability of how short I can make it. If that made no sense to you, either you just watch me do it and it'll make sense to you, or it will never make sense to you and you can just live in mystery. So I'm gonna get a seam ripper. Again, this is not a tutorial, this is me just being a chaotic human being. None of this is just kind of like the world's weirdest documentary on my journey through guns. You're welcome. All right, so, seam ripper. Just this, I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna gently remove the seams without actually getting into the fabric itself or the string itself, which is gonna be hard because they're both black. Hi Hunter, have you come to help? Are you my moral support? Hopefully I'm not actually ripping up this. So what I'm looking for is the lines that don't match the weave of the cord, which are the thread. And I'm just gently ripping those open. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go in here separating them and just kind of like use the seam ripper to pull the threads actually themselves out so they're not holding it together. It's also not in my way, and also any seams I missed. But cutting most of the seams let me open this up. But I didn't want to cut anything that wasn't this seam, so there's a lot of extra that I missed. There we go. Freedom. Okay, so now I'm pulling out all the threads, just kind of throwing them around with abandon. Extra threads. So I have this. It's a pain in the ass because it's all dark and stuff. But now what that means is that I can sew this higher up so that it can be tightened more. But that means I have to adjust this whole thing. So let's do that now. Hooray. I'm gonna pull this down because I don't want that in my way. I was like, I feel like I got myself into something bigger than I originally planned, but you know, it's fine. Hey, kitty. Okay, I'm tightening that back down. Now, I'm gonna put a pin in it, literally. Kitty is so cute, but so unhelpful. And I'm adjusting my camera for the 20th time in this video. Oh, the floppy nugget. Hi, baby. Hunter, did you just knock pins all over the ground? And again, oh my god, that crazy cat. Yes, I know I have a pin cushion. Leave me alone. Let me have a random plastic cup of pins for my cats to knock over. And no, I will not fix the issue by actually putting away the pins. Okay, now that I've cleaned up Hunter's mess, I will try on and make sure that I am going to sew it to the right height so that I can actually get it high enough up on my hip for when I want to wear it low. So, first, don't worry about me stabbing myself with a pin. I do it constantly, like every day. It's my curse. Or it's not really my curse, it's the curse of being someone who sews. I'm going to adjust this down to my hip size again. All right, now I'm going to shorten the leg strap now that I can. And try it on. The pin stabbing me as I do. Ah, fuck me. pin not getting in the way. You said hopefully. No, wait, I'm doing it upside down. No wonder it's so hard. Haha, I'm funny. Okay, I do want it to be able to go a little bit shorter. Okay, so I know now what I want to do. This is why we try things on people. I don't do measurements. Oh my god, my phone fell. I don't do measurements, but I am trying things on now to like at least get the correct size. Okay, now. I am going to remove this pin because it's pissing me off. I'm gonna get a different type of pin for no apparent reason other than the other one was pissing me off. And just pin it differently. I don't know why I changed out pins, that was silly. I'm gonna loosen this again just to get it out of my way and I'll tighten it again when I want to. Just easier to sew things when there's like less stuff in my way physically. And then I'm gonna cut this a little bit short. Just realized you can't see what I'm doing. Haha. Okay, and now I'm gonna cut this little tail a little bit shorter. We're gonna melt them again. And now comes the fun part. The part where I actually put the pins back in the pin cushion. Haha. No, I should do this just because I knew I was gonna knock it over. Hunter or I were gonna knock it over. God, this is so slow. I need to do it both-handed. The nice part about being ambidextrous. Okay. Okay, my sewing machine. I'm gonna set it to a zigzag stitch, just like when it was attached. Now I want to pick which zigzag. I want a really small one, so I'm just gonna go 3. This is a really nice, strong thread I have already. It's brown. It's not gonna match perfectly, but it's gonna be fine. I'll live. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm just thinking about how big this thing is. I'm just like, all right, never mind. I'm gonna hand sew it. Hooray! Let's go get a needle and thread. Okay, come with me. We're gonna hand sew it. It's gonna be so fun. I don't hate everything. It's not too big for my sewing machine. I don't know why I'm singing. But yeah, you can see my box of miscellaneous pins. Okay, so I'm just reorganizing my studio, so I don't really remember where anything is. That sewing machine part, so that's not helpful. Where did I put my notes? Oh, right here. Okay, we want a fairly small needle. No, that's a bit too small. Kitty, what's wrong, baby? All right, we got our needle. Okay. I'm gonna steal the thread from the sewing machine because I like this thread for this project. All right. First try, let's go. Bam. No! Fuck. That didn't count. That wasn't the first try. First try, let's go. No, first try, let's go. Haha, technically it was the first try. It totally wasn't the third try. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna double it for... Get it! I'm gonna double it for extra strength because we don't really care about bulkiness here. And I want the strength and I don't feel like waxing my thread because I'm a good seamstress. I don't know what you're talking about. Kitty! I'm gonna trim my excess. Am I not? Hunter? Oh my god, don't knock over my camera. You know what, actually I need to make the base a little bit wider. Are you bunting the camera again? You're very cute, Hunter. Where did my thread... Hunter! Hunter! Where did you put my needle and thread? I was adjusting the camera. I had a needle and thread. Swear to God. Oh, it's on the back. Okay. Watch that happen to me and not Hunter. I'm sorry, Hunter. I'm sorry. You're a good boy. You're just being a cutie. He's like, I know. Shut up, Mom. All right, so I'm gonna take this thing. I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna sew the zigzag. I'm gonna couch the knot inside the thingy so it doesn't get seen and snagged. And I'm just gonna do my best, smallest, neatest little stitching from, you know, years of experience and being actually good at something. Why do you think I did cosplay as well as guns? Because I'm shit at guns, but I'm good at sewing. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, I'm removing the pen. So basically I'm doing a back stitch, but zigzagging. I don't know why I'm doing this so small. I should be doing this more distributed over the size. Look, I didn't think this through. This was literally spur of the moment. I didn't even think to do this until I started recording this video, and so deal with it. No, that's ugly. I don't like that. I'm restarting. Where did I put my seam ripper? Whatever. It's fine. I'll just pull it out. That's not how that works. Hunter, do you know where I put my seam ripper? Oh, it's right here. I'm so silly. Welcome to chaos with bunnies. At least it's easier to pull these seams out because it's all brown. Come on. Yeah, I got you. And so I can actually see and just grab it. Hunter butt. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. Where I actually have a plan this time. Isn't that right, Hunter? Do I have a plan this time? Gunk. Look at your gunk. I booger man. Okay. You gotta move up, but you're blocking the view. It's fine. People probably want to see you more than my sewing. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing, basically just over again because I'm silly. Now I'm gonna make it like a little bit neater. Fuck you. No! How did I do that? This is why we make plans, Bunny, and you don't do things when you're tired. Okay. Last time's a charm. Just like threading the needle. Third time's a charm. I mean, obviously last time's a charm, but you know what I meant. Okay. I got this. I have enough thread. Okay, I'm gonna couch it inside. I'm gonna do one zig. And then I'm gonna zag it. Could I have found a way to do this with my sewing machine? Probably. Do I want to? Not really. Is this gonna take just as much time, if not longer? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna try to get some close-ups of what I'm actually doing so you can like see it. Yeah, and I'm doing the really like slow version of a backstitch because this is such small material that it's kind of hard to do the good fast version. I do know how to do that though. Don't get me wrong. But I'm also trying to zigzag it to cover as much area as I can, and also to mimic the original. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go back and forth a few times, and then I'll show you guys. Okay, so I've sewed it back together. Voila. Now, I can tighten it again. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's put it on. Lower it around my hips. All right, let's tighten it to the full extent. That I'm now able to tighten it to. Oops, and I will tighten this a little bit. Hunter. There we go. And see how much shorter that is now and how much like why is this so not retaining? Okay, that's because I wasn't clipping it into place fully. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, maybe I'll loosen it a little bit. All right, there we go. Now, it feels much more secure for when I'm gonna be pulling it up. So let's try it with the holster, with the gun, I mean. So it still pulls up a little bit, but I think that's just because I didn't tighten the hip part full enough. So let's do that. Yeah, that's much better. It'd also probably be better on like slightly less slidey fabric. Alrighty. Ta-da! All right, there. Oh, that's why. Okay, so if you can tell, this piece broke a little bit. So it's not fully retaining. So I'm just gonna figure out if I can get a replacement piece or if they sent one in the box. And then if so, I will have to replace it, which should not be too hard. But yeah. If I'm gonna go downstairs, I'm gonna go look for that. And if I do end up replacing it, I'll film that. Maybe as like a separate short, but yeah. I hope you liked today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more, and look out for short form videos and compilations of me doing concealed carry outfits with my Enigma.